All right, guys. So the last thing I want to hear is another Forex trader blowing their account, right? So in this video, what I'm going to be doing today is going over the strategy that made me profitable. Yes, profitable in 3 years of Forex trading, right? So you guys know my rundown, my story. Dropped out of college, focusing on trading, and now we're here, right? 3+ years later, we're here. All right. So let's go. All right, guys. So the first thing I want to dive into is we want to make sure we choose what type of trader we are, right? Because how my strategy works, it works well with intraday traders and also swing traders, right? But you guys do know I try to focus more to the swing trader side, right? So remember how my strategy works, it works well with that. If you're a scalper, my strategy might can help you, but as I said, I've only focused my strategy on swing trade, right? So the first thing I want to do, you guys usually do this when you start trading, you go on your line chart, you start plotting your zones, right? Personally, I focus on two major zones when I'm plotting, right? The major support and the major resistance. Why? Because yes, I understand that there's a lot of other zones here, but if I'm gonna be swing trading, where is the points that I want to look for? I want to look for those swing lows and those swing highs, right? And currently this is my swing low personally, right? So if price drops down into here, this is where I want to get into to hold it to go up to the next level. So that's why I said to you how my strategy works. It's for swing traders, right? So the next thing I want to talk about too, right? You guys realize I did not use rectangle boxes to mark my zones off. Why? I've reached a level in my trading now that I feel like I can, go without using those boxes and just keep my chart super clean, because what? The levels that I have marked off, those are the highest price levels, are the lowest price levels the market went to. So if I'm looking to take a trade, more likely I'm going to take my entry from here, because if I take my entry from there, that's a very good point to get into, where one, I might not get any drawdown, or two, my stop loss won't get hit, right? Sniper trade, right? So that's why I use these levels, right? So let's go on the candlestick, right? Also, another thing that a lot of people don't pay attention to is that, yes, this is our 4-hour level. This is the level we want to, if price breaks above, we want to buy it, right? But here's the thing, a lot of people don't think about this. This area here, right? A lot of people don't see how important this area is, right? Because if price created resistance here, and then after price created resistance here, price did what? Price broke this level. Now this resistance that was created still needs to be retested, right? So this is how I try to get sniper entries. I pay attention to the levels that the market create, and if that level pushes up, I know price will come back down into that level for that sniper area for me to get in. Because if I get in here, this is a better entry than getting in on that 4-hour level, right? So pay attention to that, right? I know once you mark 4-hour levels, that those are very strong levels, but pay attention to the structure that the market creates, right? The next thing I want to go over, right? Let's delete this box right here. The next thing I want to go over is, a lot of people dive right into technicals and stuff like that. The first thing I do, I try to understand, where are we currently in the economical market, right? We're trading what currently? We're trading pound versus the US dollar right now, right? So what's the point we try to trade this market without understanding who has the dominant power right now? Is it the pound or is it the USD, right? Currently, right? So that's what I want to focus on. So say, for instance, based on how this looks, we understand from here, pound has more strength than the USD. And if you understand what's going on currently in the economical market, the DXY has been dropping a lot, right? So the pound has the strength currently. So that's the first thing, because that's going to tell us what side of the market we want to put our focus on mostly, right? Not saying that sells cannot play out, but what I'm saying is that if we take the probability trades, meaning what buys in this case, there's a higher probability of things working out for us, right? So after understanding where we stand in the economical market, we want to focus on where are the points that we can get in. Now that we know that the market is more to the bullish side, what are we going to be looking at? Bullish setups. Where do we get in? When do we get in, right? So personally, what I've done lately, I've figured out a way how to use the news results to help me know when I should get in on trades. Because if you guys realize, sometimes when you get in on trades, there's no volatility. And you're like, oh, there's no volatility. And then all of a sudden, boom, volatility comes from somewhere. No, it didn't magically come. There was a news event that helped supported it, right? So that's what I'm saying. If you understand where we're currently at in the economical market, we can use that data to help us make our overall decisions. And it's very simple, right? So once we get this break or retest right here, what are we looking for next? Yes, we understand that it's a boom, boom, we're expecting a break and retest. But guess what? If I'm looking for a bullish setup, what am I going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for positive news events that support the pound, right? Or negative US results, news results that help support the dollar being weak, right? Personally, I trade New York sessions. So most of the times, the trades that I take, it's going to be for what? New York session, right? So I'm going to be basing my trades based on the results of those USD news events, right? So now that we understand that we have to focus on where we're at and the economical market, the next thing we want to start doing is, as I said before, we've got to start looking for those patterns, right? Are we getting patterns to the upside? Are we having market structure going lower low, lower highs, or are we having higher highs, higher lows? Currently, we have what? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So we're pushing to the upside. So now I won't rush into this trade right here, right now. I won't rush into it. Why? Because I understand that we have these areas here. I understand that we have these areas here that price broke out of to break this 4-hour level. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting price to come back down into here, right? To give me what? That break and retest to push above. That's what I would be looking for personally if I am thinking of taking buys. Because that lines up with what? Market structure, and also at this given point when price gets to here, 9 times out of 10, it will get there for a news event. Most of the times a news event, right? So it will play around, do what it has to do. But whenever we have a news event, price will get down into that major level, and then the results will help us make our decisions, right? I don't have to dive into understanding where I get these results from or how I know how these results go. I'll do that in another video, but those results play a big role into making decisions every single day. And I feel like that's a huge edge in trading, because think about it. If you understand everything technically, you understand the patterns, you understand, risk management, you understand all of that. The only thing is missing is news. And we traders, we learn avoid news. But the thing is, if we know and understand news, we can apply it to our trading strategy, and that's going to be a huge edge, right? So now I know what we're in a current bullish market. That's one. We have higher highs, higher lows. That's two. So we have the market structure supporting us, and now we having what? Positive pound readings, news readings that's helping us. So now all I'm doing now is waiting for a pattern that helps support what? This overall bullish movement. And then I'll try to get in on that, because that's where the probability is going to sit, right? I'm not saying that sales won't work if sales get here and then it tanks off, but currently the news events are the economical data that we're going with. It helps support the pound having more strength than the USD.
right? So that's how you create an edge in the market. That's my edge, right? And it works really well, really, really well. You have to know where to apply the results of the news. Why? Because if we know when and where, boom, that's a moneymaker right there, right? So that's what we want to focus on. And the last piece of the puzzle for me is risk management. A lot of people go over risk management earlier in trading, but I feel like after learning everything, risk management is the final key to the puzzle to help you make a lot of money. That's what helped me, right? My second year in trading, I just, deleted social media and everything. I was like, what's missing? And I realized I didn't understand news properly and my risk management was off. So what I did 1 year of just diving deep in news events and also focusing on risk management. And guess what? Boom. A year later, I'm telling you, I'm a full-time trader, right? Boom. And now I'm confident enough to put this information out there because I've got a lot of results from it, right? So I feel like if you understand risk management, right, and how I apply my risk management, I'll do it like this. All right. If I know I have $200,000, what's 1% of 200,000? That's 2,000, right? If you're the type of trader who's okay risking 1%, that's on you, right? I like going a little bit more. So I'll probably risk like 3% or 2%, right? Every trader is different. It's all about your personality. If I know I'm risking 2%, that's $4,000. What I'm going to be doing is whenever I'm going to take my trade, like right here, if I know the stop loss that I'm using, say for instance, the stop loss is 45, right? And I have a take profit of whatever, right? Whenever I'm going to take this trade, I'm going to say to myself, okay, I have $4,000. My stop loss is 45. What am I going to do? I'm going to divide that $4,000 by what? 45.7. And that's going to give me a whole number, right? When I get that number, I'm going to find the equivalent lot size that matches up with that number. And that's the lot that I'm going to be using. Why? Because if I lose a trade, that lot that we just, did the calculation for, that's going to be that's going to be the amount that I'm going to be risking confidently and comfortably throughout the whole trade. So if the trade goes south on me, I know how much I'm losing, and I'm okay with that, right? So I feel like those are the main things that really helped me elevate my trading. And I feel like this didn't have to be a long video. I just feel like if I tell you guys those points and you focus on those points and those points alone, your trading can elevate a lot. But please put a lot of emphasis on news events and risk management, because technicals and stuff like that, everybody gets technicals super quick. Most people understand technicals, but if you can understand those news events and learn how to apply your technicals at the right place at the right time, things can go way, way better for you, right? And another thing too, the news events, right? Each news event that we get, each news event has its own reaction, right? So not all news events is gonna just boom instantly when the results comes out. Some news events take some time, maybe an hour. Like FOMC, it's a break and retest kind of news event. So you got to understand that first 30 minutes, there's a probability that, that first 30 minutes, you're not going to get the trade that you thought you're going to get. So it's good to wait that 30-minute out and then apply yourself to the next 30-minute when it gives a break and retest, because there's usually a result for FOMC and then a speech for FOMC. So that's something that I feel like if you guys focus on, it can help you a lot. But please just remember, every news event has its own reaction. So pay a lot of attention to how those news events behave when that result comes out, right? So thank you guys. I hope this video works well. I hope you guys don't blow any more accounts. I hope everything I told you, you can find some edge, some knowledge, some key things out of it to help support you, to help improve your strategy, because it helped me a lot. And you guys seen it. Shoot, I just bought an M4 2021. You guys saw it on my Instagram. I'll post a video soon, like driving video or whatever. But yeah, definitely check it out, right? Check out my strategy, all right?